Hi everybody, this is Lucky Loremaster. It's good to all see you again. Hope you're doing great. Alright, so I tallied the votes from the last little democratic action that we had, and it looks like the preference was overwhelmingly for Genesis for the Shadowrun for the Sega Genesis with third-person role-playing. And hey, that sounds great to me. I love both of these games. I probably will do both of them eventually. I just wanted to know which one people wanted to see first. Alright, so Shadowrun for the Sega Genesis, third-person role-playing. Now, there are a couple things, since it's going to be an interactive Let's Play, a couple more things I want people to vote on. Okay, there are, for the Sega Genesis version, 3 different classes you can choose for your protagonist, who is named Joshua. You can choose to be a samurai, you can choose to be a street decker, or you can choose to be a shaman. Now, how this affects gameplay is much more pronounced in the beginning. Towards the end of the game, it's not so drastic, but in the beginning, it definitely has an effect. Alright, so let me explain the classes for people who are not familiar with this setting that much. A samurai in the setting is like a warrior. You're someone who has advanced fighting skills, you're good with weapons, you're expected to confront enemies and take the direct route to challenge foes, etc. Now, a street decker, that is someone with a data jack installed in their body so that they can access the matrix, which is like the internet in the future, and but it's like virtual reality. It like projects an image of your consciousness into the computer system. So that's an entirely different subset of the game. I mean, and what's neat about it is that you don't need to really go into the Matrix to play this game. Like, if you're not interested in the Matrix, you don't want to do anything computer related, you can just ignore it, not have any deckers in your party. I mean, you can get what you need to get without having to do that, which is nice. It gives you a little bit of a choice as far as the game goes. And the third class would be the Shaman. Now, there are 2 types of magic users in the Shadowrun setting. Shamans derive their magical power, from nature. They have an animal affinity, a totem, which they're bound to. In the case of Joshua, that is the alligator. The alligator spirit has embraced him, and that is his totem. The other types of magic users are mages. These are people who study magic and who learn it, but it is not innate to them. They can cast the same kind of spells. It doesn't really affect that. It's just more like an origin of how they get their magical power, whether they get it from nature, like Joshua does, or whether they learn it through an institution or some such. Anyway, so yes, those are the 3 choices. Alright, so samurai, street decker, or shaman. So that's the first vote. So let me know which class you want our protagonist Joshua to be. Now, the second thing I want people to vote on is what kind of Shadowrunner they want Joshua to be, based off of the class choice that you picked earlier. So, for example, there are a number of different types of missions, aside from the main plot, of course, that you can go on that you'll need to do in order to have the resources and training necessary to pursue the main plot. This includes such simple missions as package and delivery. It includes escorting people. You can also attack ghouls, like clear ghouls and other monsters out of slum buildings, in order to protect the local folk, townsfolk, or city folk, I should say. It is set in Seattle. Okay, you can also, once you get a bit more experience and training, you can take on missions like running the Matrix, where if you choose the street decker, you can access the computer systems, steal files, and sabotage companies, and do things like that. And you can also, let me see, what is the other choice? You can run corporations, do a corp run. Typically, the way this works is you're either trying to retrieve a person or a package from a corporation. Now, there are a number of different ways you can do that, too. You can just do it confrontationally, or you can try to get things like security passes to kind of blend in, so you can just get what you're after and get out. So it's really just a question of 2 major decisions. First, which class? Second, what type of run should we focus on? I mean, I think that we're probably going to do a variety of all of the different choices because, I mean, why not? I mean, once you pick a class, like it doesn't become as pronounced as time goes on because you eventually gain enough karma to increase your skills, you gain better equipment, and you can also hire up to 2 additional Shadowrunners, which will also be a choice for people I'll present later. So there are a lot of opportunities available, and it'll be very interesting to play it because usually I have my favorites. I mean, I played this game a lot when I was younger, and I know what I like, but that's not what we're doing here. I want to know what you guys want to see, and I'm sure we'll have a lot of fun doing this Let's Play. So, yeah, those are the 2 things. Which class and what kind of jobs do you want Joshua to specialize in while we pursue the main plot? So just let me know in the comments or send me a message in the inbox, that's also acceptable. And we can figure out what we're going to do with this interactive Let's Play of Shadowrun for the Sega Genesis. Great. So thanks for listening, and take care, everybody, and see you soon.